drawer. Okay guys, so if this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you're returning to Serenity Within, family member, hey girl, hey. Thank you for coming back. So in this video, I wanted to do like a little bit of an update with you guys. I wanted to just talk to you while doing some makeup. So we're not going to focus so much on the products. I am going to change some products that I normally use. I know a lot of times I'm always going with decor, but I was just in the mood to change some things up, and I just want to tell you some of the things that has been going on with me, and I just wanted to break down things as far as business, as far as like goals, and as far as just like home decor stuff. So it's just a lot that's been going on. So what I am going to do is let's just jump into this video and let's just have some fun and some makeup. So the first thing I am going to go in is with the Maybelline, and this is the Super Lock because I just want to get these eyebrows together. Now with these eyebrows, I recently just did them, and I this time cut too much off, but I was really proud to see where my eyebrows was going. You know what I'm saying? Like they were really getting some length. They was also getting thickness that I haven't had in a very, very, very long time. And normally when I do my eyebrows, I have like aloe vera or some type of oil to like shape up my eyebrows, but I did not do that. Whatever. So it is what it is. So they're pretty thin, but I'm just gonna let them grow out, and just to see how they was like growing out without me like putting so much thought into it. My eyebrows was really, really growing out. So I'm happy to see that, and I know what I gotta do next time. I just gotta woof it out for the next few months. Mostly like a month or two. I'm just gonna woof it out and just go from there. So because it is late and pretty much I am at home, and as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to take this product off. But I was like, you know what? Because it's been so long since I have done any makeup content with you guys. So I said, let me just have some fun and some products right now. So this is my moisturizer, the Face Base by Bobbi Brown. And oh my goodness, I love it. Now, I'm going to let my eyebrows dry before actually doing anything else. Now, if I was doing my makeup, I would definitely do step by step, but I'm just going to show you some things that I will use, but I'm not going to use it right now because I don't feel like wasting product, just to be honest with you. So this right here is my calorie primer. I would then, after I let my Bobbi Brown Face Base moisturizer sit on my face for at least 30 seconds to a minute. 2 minutes would be perfect, but if I didn't have the time, 30 seconds to a minute would be perfect. And then I will go in with my primer, but like I said, I am at home, and then right now it is 12:18, so there's no need for me to put all of this on, but y'all seen my videos. I'll even have some somewhere, whatever the case may be. So that's what I would use. So next I am going to want to do some color correcting. I am going to go in with the LA Girl Pro. This is a oldie but goodie. Like seriously, if you have been doing makeup, you know that this thing right here, a little goes a long way. And then I want to go in with some concealer to help seal that up. I feel like I'm running out of a lot of my products more now than normal because I am actually doing my makeup more than what I normally do. And I guess I could just use this. I don't know. I'm just using anything right now just to make the job work. I think this is way too dark, but let's see. It is a little bit, but not really. And my skin tone is really playing games on me right now. I feel a little pale right now, but then I don't feel pale. And then I feel like my orangey tone is trying to come out, but then I don't know. It's a lot going on with my skin right now, and I can't really like try to figure out what's going on. But I do know a lot of it has to deal with like the PCOS has been doing its little job, really irritating my soul. It didn't want to go away. And it was really, really annoying, and emotionally, I was just really drained from it. I felt like I was just out of it. Bad mood swings. I am a Cancerian, and I'm already moody and emotional. So going through this whole process all over again after I just left it It was a real scary nightmare, but my Dr. Seppi pills came through and they were working, but for some reason I'm like, these are not working fast enough like how I really want for it to work. So I went back with my birth control because I was just over it. I didn't want to deal with the bleeding anymore. I didn't want to deal with the emotions of it anymore. I didn't want to deal with the headaches of it anymore. I didn't want to deal with the bloating of it anymore. And I'm like, if I am going to bloat, I might as well bloat with the products. All right, see, look, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know what's going on with my skin. Like, my undertone is so crazy. Like, I'm thinking when I go in with the liqueur, it's giving me like really orangey type vibes, and I don't know what's going on with my skin. Normally this one is not this bad, but watch this. You see what I'm saying? Like right now my skin really has no say on what shade it wants to be. Like, I don't know, and it's really, really annoying to try to it is what it is. But I know a lot of it is because of the PCOS, and I know a lot of it is because like once this PCOS, oh, that liqueur actually blended in well. Hold up, let me try liqueur. Hold up. I wasn't even trying to go with liqueur because I was really trying to save this product because I use it all the time, and I was really trying to save it for when I go out. But baby girl, she's doing the job. Yeah, so like I was saying, like the PCOS is really taking a different toll on my body this time around. Is it me, or when I'm doing my makeup, it's like you feel like little hairs are on you and there's nothing there. But I just couldn't take it anymore, and I was just annoyed with the whole process of everything. And then I'm like, Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm not trying to be bloated. I said, you know what? Let me just call it quits and just give in to the birth control. So that's what I did. I didn't want to, but that's what I did. The Dr. Seppi was doing great, but I just needed something that was gonna be like fast action. Something like right now. Like lights, camera, action. That fast. So yeah, so as far as the PCOS, that's what's been going on with me lately. And it really played a toll on me emotionally, like really, really bad. So I said, you know what? It is what it is. So as far as business goes, now I know you guys know that I was talking about that I would be going out of town. I don't even know if that video came out just yet, but I was supposed to be going out of town for the Super Bowl for New Orleans for a business trip. And it was a lot of different opportunities that we had going on for me and my mom, and a lot of it didn't come through because of all the events and all the things that was going on in New Orleans at the time. So one thing I want to say is I went on Bourbon Street, and just to be at the exact place where the whole, bombing went on, it was very, very sad. Going to that memorial, it was very sad. Just to see all the loved ones of those families, like their lives are gone. And it was very emotional. Like you felt that presence of emotion there. And I just wanted to give my condolences to the family, because that's tough. That's not an easy thing to just overcome. It's not an easy thing to just go through because of that situation that was going on, and then because of the president that was coming, and then because of the Super Bowl, the New Orleans was just like on lockdown. I have to go in these. I'm gonna try these out right here. I have not tried these in a long time. So you know how it is sometimes with products, you just gotta step away from it for a little bit just to get like that good vibe from it, or no. And the only reason why I'm coming back to it is because I really need to up my entire makeup collection. Like I am running low on product. I think I'm gonna go in with this one. I think this was the one I would normally go in for my contour. So let's see, this is a liqueur product that I was gonna come out with, but I changed my mind and I was like, I'm not crazy about it. So I never even went further with it, but let's see why. Oh, that's why, because it's extremely. But anyway, we're just gonna put little dots on there. We're not gonna go too crazy with it, and it's super heavy. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so with the president coming in and all of that good old jazz, and we spent a lot of money, and with all the money that we spent to go to the New Orleans, our business opportunities and all the stuff that we had planned couldn't go through. I did the Super Bowl before, and we had the whole itinerary. We had everything laid out. We was on CBS. We had our commercials airing on the Super Bowl. Like it was really dope. It was really fire. But just to see how everything played its role this time around, it was like, okay, so some real events really was going on. This is what was told to me, so I'm just going off what was told to me. The NFL was sticking with all New Orleans residents. Like if you had a business in New Orleans, you automatically was going to go in. Anyone who was outside of New Orleans with their business, I don't know how they evaluated your business, whether you can go in or not. I'm not quite sure how they did that, but unfortunately we didn't make the cut, and I was really upset because we had a lot of celebrity interviews. We had a lot of celebrity meet and greets. We had a lot that was going on for the Super Bowl, and all of that, just a lot of money was wasted, and it wasn't taken easily. we couldn't just handle that easily. It was very, very hard for us to just tackle that, but we got through it. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty tough. My mom had her business out there as well, and we had family come and visit and to help us out with the business and everything like that. So it was pretty tough. I'm not gonna hold you. It was pretty tough to see a failure, but that's what comes with business. You win some, you lose some, and in the beginning, it's a whole lot of loss before you see the win. We lost big time on that one. One thing I realized when it comes down to business is, even though it may seem like it's a loss, it's really a win, because now it's just basically teaching you like what to do moving forward. It's teaching you how to move moving forward. It's teaching you to make sure that you ask God about this situation. And normally I get a vibe from the Holy Spirit saying, okay, maybe you should do this or maybe you shouldn't do that. And it was so weird because neither myself nor my mom got any weird vibes saying that this is something that we shouldn't do. So we kept saying like, what was the whole point of this? Like, what was the point of coming out here and putting all of this money into it and not doing it? So it was very frustrating, but you just gotta look at it as it is, but it isn't, but it is. So I would say like we didn't lose, we just had like a minor setback, and you know, whatever the case may be. So granted, New Orleans is not like my first choice place to go to. I'm not trying to play nobody in New Orleans. Listen, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? There's no hate towards anyone in that way at all. But me, I am a beachy girl. I would take the beach all day before anything else. So that's me all day. But every time I go to New Orleans, I don't know what it is. It's just weird vibes, like really real vibes. And then they were so rude down there. Like, I know New York, we can be rude, but every time I go to New Orleans, like, them employees are just rude. And we was in Popeyes just to see how that Popeyes was being ran. It was crazy. Overall, this was the first time I actually did have fun in New Orleans. I would say that because I was very food adventurous. I'm a foodie, but I'm not a foodie person when it comes down to trying new things to that extent. You know what I mean? But when I was trying this food from New Orleans, it was amazing. I loved everything about it. I hope I did not lose my content just now. I don't know what happened with my camera. It literally just cut off and said something about some data. Listen, I don't know. I hope it didn't mess up. I really hope not. All right, but what I was saying was Valentine's Day. So James wanted to do something, but I told him, I said, listen, I got what I want for Valentine's Day. We got this house. I didn't really want to do anything for Valentine's Day, honestly. I wasn't really feeling it this year at all. You know, after losing all of that money, all of that work we put in. Now, granted, the guy said that we can still like do our interviews and all that good old jazz throughout the year. So that's still fine, but everything that we had assigned in the Super Bowl, we can't do. So that's a little bit upsetting. But I didn't really feel like doing anything for Valentine's Day. Like, I just wanted to stay home. We got a new home. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to spend time at home. I wasn't trying to spend no more money. I just even told him, like, don't give me anything for Valentine's Day. He was like, you sure? I'm like, I'm positive. I really don't want anything for Valentine's Day. I just wanted to be home, like watch movies and chill and watch girly movies, watch love movies, and just chill with my husband, chill with my son. It's Valentine's Day for him too, so they're both up right now, so I can't say this so loud, but I did get them I got them Bath and Body Works stuff. I got them a card, and I was gonna get them underwear and socks, little things that I know that they need, but I didn't get that. I said, listen, instead, Josh wanted a big Christmas. Girl, you hear me? Josh wanted a big breakfast, and then James wanted a big dinner. So I said, you know what, this is perfect. Let's just stay home. Let's just save money. So be it. So James was down for it. He feels weird because he's like, that's not what I do. I don't normally do that. I like to go and spend money on my girl, but I'm like, listen, not this time around. Let's just stay home and let's just relax. So I am making I'm making lamb. I'm gonna make some salmon. I'm not quite sure on how I want the salmon for dinner. Then I am going to make he said a broccoli and cheese casserole. I never had that. That's not for me to eat. It's not for me. That's for him. Then I'm gonna make regular broccoli for me, salmon for me. I'm making banana pudding. I'm gonna make some rice. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I just bought a lot of food. I wanted to make some candy yams or whatever. He wanted some deviled eggs too, so I'm gonna have that. So I'm gonna hook it up for breakfast. I already know what I was gonna do for breakfast. Josh loves pancakes, and he loves some cheese grits, and he loves bacon. So I'm gonna make that for him. And then James, he's gonna want some eggs. How can a girl stay fit in a house of men who just can eat anything and don't care? But I am being very strict on myself, but I'll get into the fitness in a second. But yeah, so that's what we're doing for Valentine's Day, and it's more so just chill. Last year I got Josh some stuff for Valentine's Day, and I want for him to understand you should feel special on this day too. It's this holiday is not just for females, and I think a lot of men don't care for this holiday because they feel that a lot of females just thinks that this day is literally for them, and it's not. It's for both men and women, expressing and showing love. I would definitely give James gifts for Valentine's Day because he needs to know what it's like to be spoiled too. So I was going to do the whole shebang with Josh seeing how to be spoiled as a man, when he's in a relationship. Make sure you get a girl who understands that the Valentine's Day is just not for girls, it's for boys too. So I wanted to do the whole roses and balloons, but I said that's very girly, so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to just make them some food. I got them their favorite snack, just a day for them to relax, and that's that. That's all the plans I have for Valentine's Day. So I was going back and forth on whether I should do the red smoky eye or if I should just leave it as my regular espresso, but I think I'm gonna do a little something. So I'm gonna go in with my decor palette, and I'm just gonna go in with my favorite shade. You should already know. So I'm gonna go in with this one here first, and then I'm gonna top it off with that one. And in between that time, I'll figure out what I want to do next. Since I've moved into this house, I have not gotten the chance to really sit down and talk with you guys because it's just been so many moving parts, down to the decorations, down to the color schemes, and down to the unpacking. You already know as far as the color scheme and what we're going with. The only room that's giving me some sort of trouble is our bedroom because I'm not quite sure on what shade I want to go with. It's I have a shade in mind. So I do have an interior designer. She is my sister-in-law. So it feels so good to have someone who's used to doing this to help me out along the way. It isn't easy. I don't see how people do this for a living, and I haven't really gotten a chance to really sit down and do it, trying to get back to the money that we missed out on. So just trying to figure all of that out. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I really took it hard when I was in New Orleans, and then I got better. Then yesterday I took it hard again because I'm this is my drawing board. I gotta start all over and trying to figure everything out. It's all of this hard work. It's dang, man. one, I really wanted that to come through. Like I was really expecting something great out of that opportunity. But I'm not gonna go back and forth with it. I'm not gonna allow for it to take my joy away. But instead, I am just going to see that God makes no mistakes. Like it had to happen. And I'm gonna go in with this red color right there. It's gotta just suck it up. That's business. But like I was saying, like now I have the time to actually think about the stuff that I want to do and focus on that. And I had like 3 major projects going on last year. One was the house, one was the New Orleans business trip, and one I completely just finished. So I'm so excited that that project is done. Oh my goodness, that project was like so long, but in due time you guys will know about that project as well. I just gotta figure out like what's the next step once I talk to my team. So now I just want to do my eyes, and I'm gonna go in with these lashes. I'm gonna go in also with the CoverGirl mascara. So I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, I just gotta figure out the decor. Just gotta play around a little bit more. I am trying to come up with a new hobby. I don't want to speak on it just yet, but I am trying out this new hobby. I bought the stuff for it, and I just want to see, you know, I just want to see how it goes. The reason why I said that is because with me doing this new hobby, it will help bring out the house, because it's things that I will add to the house. So it's just like little things that will add and situate the house. So I am excited to see how that plays out. So I didn't go like to the most expensive tools or anything like that. I really hope I do like it, because I am looking for a hobby and, you know, something that I can get back to my roots of my creativity. Because I feel like I just haven't really spent time for myself lately, and I don't feel like I was there for myself. And I feel like I was getting drained. I was really drained because I was just torn on trying to satisfy so many other people. I was so torn on being a people pleaser. I was so torn on trying to make this person happy, trying to make that person happy, trying to learn the word no. And I just always knew the word yes, because I didn't want someone to dislike me. I always wanted to feel like I was the superwoman where I could just do it all. And I feel like I was just putting so much onto myself, where now this year I said I wanted to create boundaries. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, like one thing, when you pray to God about something, just know you're gonna be tested. You're gonna be tested, because how else are you supposed to grow? Like how else are you supposed to learn? I feel like I get more and more like my mom as I get older, because she used to say that she was the same way, where she just wanted to please everybody and not get on anyone's bad side, but don't know how to say no. And then also I have to take time out for myself, and that's something that I have not done in a very long time. It's just taking time out for myself, like taking bubble bath, having maintenance days, because I want to be in tune with my body, like getting different smell goods. Like it's little things like that for me that makes me feel like I'm loving myself. And I know it may sound really dumb to you, but to me, that's what works for me. When I buy body products, scrubs, and different oils, I feel like I'm being really tuned to my body. I'm liking how my body is glowing. I'm liking how my body feels moisturized. I'm liking how I take care of myself even when I'm rubbing the oil on my body. You know, I'm praying over my body. I got to get better with praying over my body more often. But it's just me just connecting with my body. It's me connecting with myself. And I just lost that along the way. Just being so busy. I was just running on empty. Like I felt like I had nothing left to give, because I was giving it out to everybody. Oh wow, there's no fallout. I just felt like I was just giving it out to everybody, and I wasn't taking time out for myself. And when you do that, like, you just miss out on life. Like, you missing out on all the fun possibilities in life. I started to go back to what were the things that I wanted to do when I was young. Like, what was I doing? And I was such a creative kid growing up. I was a mom. I was a housewife. I was a hairstylist. I was a director. I was a screenplay writer. Like, I used to do so many different things when I was young. And as I got older, I feel like I was just surviving and just trying to make it in life, that I forgot who I was as a person. And sometimes as adults, and I don't want to just label it as females, because some men, you know, that responsibility is there, and you just happen to just forget who you were. You know, I seen a video, someone saying like, go after your dreams. When your kids get like a certain age, you don't want to tell your kid like, yeah, I stopped going for my dream because I have to make sure you straight, or No, I want to be like, yeah, I went for my dreams and it didn't stop me. Like, I want to tell that to Josh. Like, go for your dreams regardless of whatever it is. Like, don't stop going for your dreams. Always push for your dreams, because that's where you are. That's who you are. So what I did now to help me like really force and push myself into being that woman, what I started to do was, as far as like taking baths, some Epsom salts, I got some bath bombs, scrubs. I even got the whole tray where you put on your when you put on a tub. I'm going with the orange one. And it's just my way of saying, you know what, take a bath, soak your body, put a movie on, put a show on, and just get lost. Like, forget your responsibilities, close the door, dim the lights. You know what I'm saying? Like, little things like that is what I want to do. So it's just taking time out for me. And I feel like a lot of times we as busy people forget to put us first all over again. We put everybody else before us and we are the last ones, and we suffer for it. I had to really have a come to Jesus moment. What is we doing? You know, when you get real ebonic, real crazy, what is we doing? Like, what is your plan? Because my watch saying like this was like the perfect opportunity, but your watch ain't saying that. Like, my watch ain't watching. What's your watch saying? And that's how I be feeling like, Lord, what you doing up there? And I would say at one point I was letting it mess with my mental, but now it's more so I'm just letting it go little by little. I'm not there yet, but little by little. But I would say this one great thing that happened, not one great thing, but a great thing that happened for me when I was in New Orleans is I met with one of my favorite influencers. Now, I've been following her. Because of her, I went to this particular church, Pastor Mayo. It was his church. But because we moved, it's very, very, very far. So then I started to go to Change's church with Darius Dang. Now, at this time, I didn't know Leticia Gardner was actually going to that church until one day I just seen her there and I'm like, that's Leticia. Oh my goodness. So what me and my stylist did on Bourbon Street, we decided to, I'm not going to waste this, but this is what I would use right now, but we're not about to waste that. So me and my stylist, we decided to go on to Bourbon Street and just like pass out samples, talk to the girls, get to know people, get them following decor and all that good old jazz. And it was fun. I was really tired and I really wasn't in the mood to do it because I was just going off the fact that I just lost a lot of money. So I was not really in the mood. But that night we met and I seen Leticia and her husband and I was like, oh my goodness, there she goes. So I got a chance to like talk to her and she grabbed one of Lacour's lipsticks, and what? By my surprise, when I posted that picture, I tagged her in it and then she posted that picture on her story. So I'm like, I freaked out. I freaked out. So I was really happy about that, excited for that. Like, that's what New Orleans did for me. So yeah, it's just trying to figure everything else out in my life right now. And like I tell you, like, sometimes God is going to just show up in your life and there's nothing that you can do about it. God is going to show up in your life and he is going to change some things around. So what you may think is the plan, it ain't the plan. I mean, you just gotta keep on going. Can't let it stop you. I would say I did get some orders while I was out there, so it wasn't like a total waste. This glide is like really creamy. I wanna say I went to the gym today for the first time in like a month. I go to the gym today. He killed me, girl. I said, today, you really killed me. I feel like I had to throw up. My biggest problem was I didn't eat. And I know better than that. It felt good to get back into the gym. I did say that I want to start incorporating like stretching a little bit more in my week. Waiting on God sometimes, it's tough because you don't know his plan. So it's tough waiting on God. It's tough. It's worth it, but it's tough because you don't know his plan. You don't know what he has in store for you. Like, you don't know the things that he is going to do for you. And all you do know is, I want this and I want that and I want to do this and I want to do that. And I can't do any of it right now because I have to wait on God right now. I don't want to mess up the curl too much. So yeah, so just trying to wait on God, trying to figure out the plan, trying to figure out like what he got in store for me. It's really tough. Even though things don't go the way that I planned, and even though things aren't exactly how I thought they was going to turn out, I'm still grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm still happy. I'm still excited for all the things that God has in store for me. I just pray that I wait in patience. Sometimes I'm like, Lord, now you know how your daughter is. Like, why are you doing this to me? No, sometimes my marbles ain't all the way wrapped so tight. But yeah, guys, so this is the look. I love this cardigan. This cardigan is Carl Paris. I got this from Saks Fifth. And yeah, so all I can say, guys, is stay focused, stay positive, always put God first. Even when his plans are scary, even when his plans seem unfair, even when his plans seem the whole complete opposite of yours, the main thing that I can say is just like trust God. When I'm saying that to you, I'm saying that to myself, is I just need to trust God a little bit more. And I think that's what this is probably all I had to go through, was to trust God. But I can't wait to tell you guys the story as to why we had to wait. And I'm excited to see what God has to say about that. And maybe something so drastic, or maybe something so small, I don't know. But when you're on your spiritual journey, you just gotta realize there's some punches that's gonna come, and you just gotta take it. And if you are someone who's thinking about having a business, just know you're gonna win some and lose some. But at the end of the day, as long as you put God first, you will always win in the long run. And that's something that I have to tell myself. So guys, this is the look. Thank you for allowing for me to talk your ear off, chit-chatting with me. Thank you for allowing me to entertain you as well as to educate you. Like I said before, if this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you are a returning Serenity Within family member, hey girl, hey, thank you for coming back. And guys, see you in my next video. Happy Valentine's Day.